LBTTTV, I'm joined here by Tunde. How are you feeling, brother?
Dream it, believe it, become it. That's the slogan. There is worldwide now, but not as worldwide as you, because you went viral on this underground tube thing. I remember that was. Let me just say before I start, that was inspiring.
Thank you so much.
Because that means that you studied this thing, and yeah, that's great, man. That's big.
Thank you, man.
They need to get you on GMTV or something, like, or proper ring announcing. You understand? So I'm saying.
Well, I've got my license now.
Oh, you got your license?
Yeah, I've done a WBO European super flyweight title for Casey Kadimi versus Pedro.
Okay, that was on an Alfie show. Nah, but
so I started MC.
We need a big thing, man. It's beats.
Yeah, I know, that's what
it's beats. Don't worry, man. We're gonna sort out our thing. Don't worry. We're gonna now.
It'll be a dream.
The connection's been made. Don't watch nothing.
It'll be a dream, man.
It's gonna happen. But yes, sir.
Yeah, no, it's just good, man. I just love doing it, and I'm just glad. I could confirm you're the first person on our channel to actually talk about what I did. So thank you for that. I want to thank you personally.
Yes, sir. I believe you got to give before you get, and that's what most people don't understand. You got to give before you get. Most people are in the business of taking before they receive, and most time they never receive because they're so used to taking before they give. And it's a golden rule that I've always stood by, lived by. I never think that I'm bigger than them, and I always applaud people for their accolades because I know how tough this thing is. If I could have waved the magic wand and got to the position where we are today, trust me, I'm Nigerian. I would have found a way. Trust me, because we know the tricks, but there absolutely is no. It's hard work, dedication. You reap what you sow in life. You reap what you sow. So yes, sir. Well done to you.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. So big fight coming up in April. Anthony Yard versus Lyndon. How's the camp been?
It's a fight for us, man. Standing. I love it, man. You see me up there, shadow.
How's all the training been?
Beautiful. We had a little Jimmy Screechy fight in Spain. That was good for us because, people, when they heard about it, was raising their eyebrows. But most people who criticize don't do their homework. If they look carefully, they will see that Liam Smith, after he lost to Canelo, who he was also on that bill in Dallas, that was Anthony's, I think, 8th fight. When he lost to Canelo, he had a fight in Spain as well, under the radar, and then he fought the 2 fights with Liam Williams. So again, it's what you want to do when somebody's suffering their first lesson in life in the sport of boxing. For me, that's what it was, and it was good to see. Anthony's never taken more than 1 week at the gym since he started it, period. So for him to have this time off, which he needed mentally, physically, and I just enjoyed time with his family. I think he went to Barbados and whatever. It was beautiful for me to see, because remember, me and Anthony started this together, sharing each other's boxing boots. Me throwing them away and then him saying, nah, there's about 2 months more wear on those boots. See? You understand? But that's the humbleness where we've come from. So we just appreciate and we try to, you even saw it today, we just try to enjoy every moment of this journey. So that fight was important. And now moving on to this fight, you're going to see something explosive because it's back to business,
So what can we expect? What's your predictions?
You see the weapons. It's KOs. What do you expect? They ain't gonna see no points business. We don't do that. That's the mentality. Regardless, I spoke like this with the Kovalev fight. It's a mentality. We just gotta that's how what we live by. We want entertainment for the fans, because that's what the fans are paying for. We will never see some 12-round ballet match. No, man. Because go and do the 12-round ballet match and then go into your local barbershop and see if they're talking about the fight. They're slagging it off. Man, the man should have knocked out the man with an uppercut. You understand? Wow, to him, can't afford it, kind of. The foolish Tunde. Send the man in the fight with no sparring. You understand? So it's like, bro, we're just enjoying this, man. It's man. I thank God, universe, Allah, Jesus Christ, wherever you want to call him, the man that makes the thing happen, the one that puts us all and gives us the opportunity to be what we want to be. I'm just thankful, you know, and I'm gonna enjoy this to the day I stop, and that's it. And I know Andy's the same.
Awesome, man. Just one personal question I want to ask the trainer. What's your most memorable corner moment?
Anthony Yard, 8th round, corner fight.
Yeah.
100%. It's the only thing everyone's talking about. But see, most people, they just focus on the negative aspect.
Yeah.
But it took someone as brave as me to make that call. Yeah. And it was the right call because, as I said, that's the only round everyone's talking about it. Yes, people are talking about the negative side, but in every negative seed, there's an equal and opposite seed of positivity.
Yeah, of course.
So for me, I was like, Anthony showed that we are one, you know, that he can hear it, and he's like, fuck it. Oops, sorry.
That's right. It's alright, man. No
he's
problem.
like, my son's watching this, so my son's funny, he's a young footballer, he's swearing all the time. He's swearing more than me, actually. He sipped it the other day. He sips like, F it. I was like, oh, yeah, you see? That's it, son. So, yeah, but it just shows how in tune me and Anthony are. You know, we've been together, and that's the whole thing about loyalty and love and trust, and, you know, and when you do have a lesson that you wasn't planning for, you don't blame nobody.
Yeah.
that's people's biggest errors. You look at the man in the mirror, you dust yourself and you say, all right, say nothing, I'm gonna work harder, I'm just gonna push myself more. You know, that's human beings' greatest failure. They don't push themselves to their limits. And I'm always pushing myself. I'm doing crazy things like staying up for 38 hours or 36 hours non-stop, pushing myself mentally. Just work. I ain't gonna stop. There's no way I'm gonna fail. There's nothing. And same for Anthony. We're just gonna keep working because I'm like, look at us. Look where we started. Look where we come from. Look at the inspiration we're giving to people, not just in London, all over the world. All over the world. So I'm like, why would I want to lose that? Mm-hmm. You understand? Just keep working. Do the thing you done in the beginning to get you where you was or where you currently are. Don't stop. Don't change nothing. See, they're telling me about, what are you going to change out for the... Change what? What do you want me to change? If I'm learning the ABC, what? Just because the first few months I don't learn the ABC, what do I change the ABC? The pattern of the ABC? You don't. You just keep on doing it, repeating it till you master the ABC from A to Z. And that's how I've always looked at life. Just because you fall down in a program, listen, I used to say this all the time. The diet that works is the diet that you stick to. Every diet works if you stick to it. The reason why it never worked, because you walk past Five Guys. And you had peanut butter, malted milk, salted caramel, with Oreo pieces. Come on. And then, bro, the diet crashed. Yeah. But if you just kept on eating the vegetables, the chicken, the fish, it would be all good. So, no, we're just going to keep working. And everything we've done thus far has got us to this point. And we're just going to keep on being ourselves and not blaming anyone. Me and Anthony are very, very highly motivated, personally self-motivated. And that's why we work. Yeah. And we've knocked heads so many times. But it's all love. Mm-hmm. Trust me, me and AY is all love. It's all love. We're always like, unks. Chill, alright. And I would admit to him, I said, I was wrong. And he's like, you know what, Unks, you was right. And that's the beauty of the whole thing. And I think if we can show people anything, it should be that. Be low, be honest in your work, and you can do things.
That's probably the most wisdomist interview I've had, man. And yes, you know what? I feel it from what you're saying. I relate to a lot of what you're saying. Yes. You know, you just got to keep striving. Like, even though, you know, I went viral doing the MC, I'm still working hard. It's not, bro, you know, it's still a journey. Bro. I'm telling you.
People don't realise, when they see people at the top, the sacrifice, because it's actually a universal law. Sacrifice is actually a universal law. You have to do it.
Yeah, you have to.
Something has to give way for another to give way, for another to appear.
Yeah.
And most times it's the most valuable thing that you have to give up, and that's time. Because you got to put time into the work.
You have to, yeah. 100%.
You know, there's a lot of hungry people out there who wanna all fighting for this position, but there's not. But what I always tell people, don't compete with those people. Just do the best you can do.
Yeah.
And that's it. And you will get it. Listen, you can't, and you got to follow the examples of others. You know, don't be so proud and egotistical that this man's doing it this way. Oh yeah, that don't work. Well, hold on, you're watching him on telly and you're sitting down at home criticizing him.
Yeah.
And then these people are teaching young kids how to box, and they've never got to the level of the person that you're criticizing. That doesn't even make sense.
Yeah, 100%.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
definitely.
if you want to be a millionaire, you don't go to your uncle, your aunt, your mother or your father who's only ever made £100 in their lives. They're not giving you the good advice. Because if that advice was right, they would be millionaires.
Yeah. It's true. It's true. It's simple.
It's simple.
Simple.
Life is simple, very simple. You know, learn from the best, copy the best, emulate the best, and eventually you break out into your own person.
Awesome, man.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much for joining us. Ladies and gentlemen, you heard it right here from one of the best trainers in the world.
Come on.
Tunde! Lions in the camp.
Lions.
Believe it, become it. I see, bro. I told you, I'm getting you for the mic, man. 100%.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Let's Bring the Thunder!